Stop. So, Beck, you said you wanted to mastermind about something. What was that?
Yeah, we started the morning, Jenna asking, when we have things open up, and I'll add the words breathing room in there. That's came up as well. Like when we have breathing room come to us and our calendars open up, like what do we choose to do? Like what do we choose to do in the time that opens up and we get that time back?
Yeah, how do we decide?
Yeah,
that's a great topic. So let's talk about that a little bit.
So we were sharing that like reading and journaling, and I was talking about really practicing like meditation and just sitting with my thoughts a little bit. But also I said kind of what Beth was saying that she's actually doing is, looking at our calendar for the rest of the week now that things shifted. And that I find that that's definitely what happens when I have things get, unexpectedly moved off the calendar or the space opens up, that it's like, okay, but then what happens moving forward? Like, what else can I focus on with time frame, but then also like intentionally filling it with positivity. I'm listening to inspirational videos on YouTube or in my journal. But the other thing that I find for me is I fill the space with looking forward. How can I continue to spend my time well in the future? So it's that middle point of looking into the future and being present in the moment. Like, what can I do to slow down and take it in?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I like the thought of pausing and reflecting. Not trying to say, oh, I've got an extra, what can I fill that up with? Because then that just creates that same angst that it did when you had too much to do. So how do you take that time and use it to support yourself in moving forward, but also in pausing in the moment and enjoying that? I just get this feeling of, and I think, well, I just have gratitude that all of a sudden that busyness, that busyness syndrome that we get caught in stops for a moment, and then I can reflect and make decisions. But the first thing I do is just go, thank you, Lord, for making it so I didn't have to run from this to that, to this to that. And I can just pause and think about, think and meditate or reflect, whatever you want to call it.
It's been really interesting for the last 2-3 months, realizing how busy I made myself be to avoid dealing with conflict and things going on. Like yesterday, we drove from Stevens Point to Green Bay, and I got to ride and like just sit and like take it in and enjoy the ride and like relaxing. And then like this morning getting up, I chose to get up because I told Beck I would help out with this hour, but getting to choose to like take it slow and enjoy the morning and stretch and read and, like do the things. So it's really an eye opener that when you get the time to slow down, you should slow down. Not get, and I know this, but it's one of my past behaviors and patterns of survival. And it needs to stop because I burn myself out. So it's definitely
I just want to say that you don't need to stop. You can decide to stop.
Yes. I'm definitely deciding because after being sick the last couple weeks, my body needs to slow for a little bit, Ellie.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. Well, it's 10 after the hour, so we'll go work on our intentions and be back here at 10 minutes till the hour. So see you then. Possible ways. Thank you. I remember to turn it off. Forgot turn it on. I'm getting there. Anyway, I think I cut Jenna off. We kind of left in a hurry, and you were still saying something about your experience with that. So I want to be sure that you get to finish your thought.
What was I saying?
It's been 40 minutes. I think you were talking about how you've been aware of the fact that filling up your time and being busy was a way of avoiding maybe.
Oh yeah. Yep. Just recognizing patterns and like feeling it in my body when I don't feel like I'm feeling my best. It's typically because I've been go, 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 go. And it's that warning sign to like slow down and really enjoy it and not feel guilty taking the time for myself. It's been the year of receiving love and making sure that I'm not fighting it and actually taking that time to slow down and sometimes do absolutely nothing, because that's what you need.
Doing absolutely nothing is doing something, right? I mean, it's
Especially if
actually
you are a busy bee that likes to go, go, go. It is sometimes it can be more work doing nothing than it is doing 5 other tasks.
Yeah. I don't know how many of the rest of you have these similar go, 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 busy, busy, busy habit. I think it's a habit. I mean, I know I do. Yeah. And we already heard Bex for this morning. But in some ways, I don't want to say that being busy is always a self-destructive behavior, because I am much happier when I am engaged and doing things. It's the pace. I think it's the pace that we do it, the mindset, and that we listen to ourselves when it becomes we need to take a pause and do nothing, which is doing something because we're not doing the other things. It's important to do that. And I know when that comes, and I can ignore it or I can listen to it and take that pause and take care of myself, which is doing something very important. So I like being active and engaged. It just supports me. So again, it's knowing ourselves and knowing the reason behind and the mindset we're involved in when we're in that active stage. There's a difference between being active and being busy, I think. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, it's just like the word relax. You know, some people say, well, why don't you just relax? And to me, for the longest time, when people told me to relax, I was like, who the hell do you think you are telling me that I should take time to relax? Because like, you're just, you know, relax has such a loaded meaning for so long that when people that actually love you and care about you are like, why don't you take the day to relax? Like that can be totally different. Yeah. See, Beck knows what I'm talking about. The word relax.
Yeah.
Like when people are like, why don't you just relax this morning? I'm like, oh, they're not saying it in a bad way. It's actually like out of love, relax. Relax.
Yeah. So if that word triggers you, what could people say, or could you ask people to say, or just switch it in your mind to, if somebody says relax, what can you make that?
I made it known yesterday in the car ride. I said, could you please not use the word relax? It triggers me. And say, I notice that you're getting worn out and it's okay to take time for yourself.
There you go.
Because it's just
great.
Wordedly differently.
Yeah, well, great example, because words are so important, and some words that trigger people don't trigger other people. And so it's really good to know that, and then to ask for what you wanted, courageous, and the result was supportive.
Yes.
Acknowledgement.
Yep. Year of growth. Growing in different ways that can be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, sweetheart, welcome to life. It never ends.
Yeah. Oh, the last couple months for sure. I totally know that's life.
That's life. Good old Frank Sinatra song. Yeah. I love to see that growth and that vulnerability and acknowledgement of your growth, because that growth mindset is what keeps us from, from giving up or for just throwing in the towel.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, time's up. How time flies. I don't know. Is there another hour now or what happens? Because I can't remember.
We have a break and then I'll be back at the top of the next hour.
All right. See you at 9 o'clock.
Les is wanting to host this next hour.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.